pretty good over here in Jersey.
It's Friday afternoon, the weekend briefs. Great to
Yes.
see you guys.
Hey, same here. How was everything? How was your weekend? I mean, how was the week for you?
Oh, it was busy. Too long a days. How about you guys?
Busy.
Very busy.
I bet, Daryl, you're working on that capital raise, and I'm sure you're going to be super successful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You did a great job on that presentation, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Very,
you
very
think I hit all the points?
You did great.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
You're
So-
you're actually, you made it seem like you've done it many times before.
Very-
Wow, thank you very much. It was pretty
Definitely.
good. I got at least I got 2 commitments out of it so far.
Excellent.
But I'm still pushing.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
So
That's exciting. What
yeah.
about you, Alicia? How was your week?
My week is going very well. Had people contact me, requesting some help, and I'm hoping to get Daryl connected to another investor for that deal. So it's been going. We've been getting a lot of movement.
That is excellent. And you know what? We are hopefully closing today on a 1031 exchange into a syndication. Guys,
Really?
I am now the expert in how to get this done. So anybody out there who is trying to exchange from a single family into a syndication, I'm here to tell you it's possible. Now, if you're looking at exchanging in 20 or 50,000, probably not going to happen. But if you have a significant amount and you are looking to exchange, get out of being a landlord, this is a great option, especially for a syndicator who wants to have some fast capital. This TIC opportunity, the TIC structure is doable. So I highly recommend it. I can certainly help answer some questions for you.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
What are we talking about today,
so
Daryl?
let's yeah. So before we get too deep involved, let's go
Yes,
ahead and hit it.
focus.
I'm telling you. So today, wow, where's my weekend brief? It didn't even did it put my date up there? It should have. Anyway, commercial multifamily mastermind weekend brief, January 22nd.
There we
So
go.
today we have Julianne Peterson. She's here with us, and she's going to like this topic for today. All right. She's from O Capital. We have Alicia Milton, KW Commercial out in Phoenix, Arizona market. And of course, myself, Daryl Murphy Sr., the new GP on 104 unit deal out in Augusta, Georgia, from the Murphy Bennett Financial Group.
You worked hard for that, I'm telling you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Really.
So today's topic is from globestreet.com. It was dated yesterday. Rates have started rising. Time to buy. So,
Oh, I like that, how you question it.
yeah. So, okay. So there's 3 sentences, but I would like for us to touch on each of the topics because I picked out like the 3. I wanted to pick out the 3 highlights. So the first highlight is interest rates have jumped in the last couple of weeks. Now, I usually every day I get a copy of the U.S. Treasury, and the one thing that I've noticed is, and I'm not going to have time to probably pull it up, but one thing I've noticed is that the Treasury is the 10-year Treasury note has been increasing slightly, little by little bit, to where now I do believe this morning, today I saw it was at 1.10. So from the earlier part of December, it was down. It was like 0.8 something, and now it's at 1.10, and the highest that it has hit so far is 1.15.
1.105. Yeah, that was That was yesterday.
No, the high,
back down.
no, the highest that I've seen during the time for so far as for January was 1.15.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was the highest I've seen. So, so my question, because this is ideal. I mean, because have have you noticed from December
Oh,
to
yes.
say now, have you noticed from December that the rates have starting to climb? And what are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I would say yes. I've noticed that. There's a little bit of concern of moving forward. We hear the feds told us we're going to hold it for 3 years. And so when we saw that inching up, I got to tell you, I felt a little scared. And we're doing a lot of Freddie floaters where, interest rates are at we started at 3.04. And now that same quote came at back 3.25. And, we've got a rate cap that we put on that, a kind of an insurance policy.
Right.
And then we have to think, well, if we're taking out a 3-year insurance policy and you want to go hold that for 10 years, it could cost you a lot of money potentially in year 3 to put some more rate cap on it. I mean, it could be at 5. It could go up to 5. So, the rate cap is great. You just have to keep track of it because you can extend it along the period before it expires, but you just want to stay on top of that. I would tell you that there is some uncertainty on are we going to see it go up, because yesterday it came down 5 bips from Freddie small balance.
Mhm.
We got across the board. Doesn't matter what location you're in. Doesn't matter what rate or what timing it is. 5, 7, 10. They all came down. So again, what does this all mean? I think you're going to still see a lot of opportunities coming up in the next 4 months, 6 months. We're going to see a lot of stuff up for sale. I still think it's going to be high. It's still going to be high priced.
So, Alicia, do you have any questions that you want to ask Julie about this?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, all right.
I'm just kidding. No. So my question would be just regarding that last statement is when you say that you think that there's going to be a lot of things that are put up for sale, what do you mean by that? Is that because owners are trying to get out while the rates are still at a decent rate?
Potentially.
Be-
It could
Or
be
sellers
that
market?
they've burned off all of their equity in the deal and they need to get out.
Yeah.
And they know that it's still performing well. They just don't have any backup cash. So that
Yeah.
could be also. So I think that there's still going to be a lot of opportunities. There's such a flood of investors right now. This is a great place to put your money. And so when you have people coming in from foreign countries where they don't care that they're not making any money, they're simply there as a tax shielding strategy. That's what we're up against. So it's tough. It's going to be tough. Even though there's going to be more there's just a lot of people in it. So be prepared.
Right. And even in multifamily, we're seeing some of those 10-year loans coming due as well. So, and people wanting to sell.
The interest only creates such wealth for the LPs that when they start to have to pay the principal and interest, LPs don't like it because they're used to seeing some pretty hefty returns. So when these things are starting to have principal and interest and they can't make those payments per se, their business strategy hasn't been delivered. That's why we're going to see some of this stuff.
Wow.
And I see that Rhonda Williams agrees with you too.
Oh, good. Thank you, Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda. Thank you for joining us.
What else, Daryl? What else you got here?
Well, I had everything on mute, and now I I had my tablet on mute because I was trying to see if comments came in, and then the voice came on. So I had
Okay.
I had to all of a sudden cut that thing off. But no, but what I was going to ask was, what I was going to say was today I was talking about interest rates and cap rates.
Mhm.
And according to for my team, we have and we and our real estate market analysis is we looking for you know um, projects like 5-6 cap. So I was just trying to explain the reason why we look for cap rates like that versus the interest rate is because as the cap rate gets closer to the interest rate, you start noticing that you don't have returns coming in when they start getting closer.
Mhm.
So, and so I just wanted to say that right now, with the way things are going, if if you're underwriting a deal, if you're not a big institution to where you can afford to have a cap rate of a 3.7 with an interest rate of a 3.7. If you're not a big institution, I think you need to re-examine what you're looking at and possibly re-examine the market that you're looking at.
I'm asking you a question here because I think our listeners are not that sophisticated, right? They're not institutional buyers, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think if I deduce from what you're saying is 3.75 and 3.75 is not a good strategy.
yeah. Look at if that was to if someone was to ever see that, take a look at your returns on that year one, and you'll notice that you're either on a 0 point for your cash on cash return. You either 0 point something or you're going to be a zero. So what I try to in my team, what we try to look at is having at least a 2 point greater than what the interest rate is. That way, we're trying to make sure that we are getting some returns for our investments. You know.
Mhm.
So the last statement, Julie, that was made, it was made by Mr. Cheng. I think he's a
Well,
senior
he's
vice
with
president with
Marcus and
Marcus and
Millichap.
Millichap.
Yeah,
And
we
he
know
stated
him
here, he
well.
said, with rates on the move, Chang thinks buyers should adjust their strategy. He expects more investors to enter the market in the second half of 2021 and 2022. What would you recommend to new investors that's coming into this industry underwriting deals? What would you say?
Oh boy, I could tell them a lot of things. So I would tell you, you do need to get educated. It's so important. You can't start out running. You got to take time to build your foundation. You need to understand where you're going to go, what market you're going to go after. Why do you like that market? Would your investors want that to build and to be participate in that market? Because they are the ones that are going to make this happen for you. And then you also have to have a sponsor. So in these sometimes these sponsor relationships can take over 2 years. I'm working on a sponsor that's taken me over 2 years, and that's the kind of relationship you want. You're going to be in business with this person for a very long time.
Right.
So it's worth those long, deep, steady relationships.
Okay.
Those are the things I would recommend for new investors.
Got you. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Julie, Alicia, any questions for Julie?
That translates to having a team, right?
This is a team approach.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it is too.
Mhm.
That it definitely is.
And you know what usually comes after that is our investors say, well, won't the rates go down or won't prices go down? They could, but just as Julie spoke, we still have a lot of investors that are trying to invest in our U.S. market that may not necessarily be U.S. citizens. So, we're competing with them. So
Mhm.
I think the time is now. I'll probably always say the time is now to invest. because real estate is, really a legacy hold. So
Yeah, I agree.
And it just depends on your strategy, you guys,
Yeah,
you know?
right. Well, I'm going to say this. When I go to Julie, and I ask Julie for a soft quote just so I could see what my numbers could look like. I always underwrite my deal. If she gives me a 3.5, I'm writing it for 3.25.
mhm.
I'm
No,
always
if I give you
slightly
3.5,
above. Huh?
if I give you 3.5, you're gonna go 3.75.
Yes.
Correct.
There
I'm
you go.
always gonna be on a more conservative side.
Yeah.
What did I say? I said 3.25. Oh, 3.75, everyone.
There you go.
3.75.
It's all
You
right.
know
We'll
what I
try
meant.
I got you. I just want to make sure everybody else knew.
Yeah, you're right, because somebody's gonna start typing, somebody's
Yeah.
gonna start saying, didn't you mean this? Yeah. But no,
We got your back, man.
absolutely. I meant 3.75 because I'm always staying more conservative in the event that one is gonna cover me, even if the rate does bump up a little bit, I will still be covered. Now, if the rates go down, that's great, right?
Yep.
Or if it doesn't go down, and I'm able to see now that we are at 3.5, that's good. So I just
Mhm.
wanted to say to a lot of the new investors out there, when you underwriting your deals, keep that in mind, that if your lender says, okay, we're coming in around 3.25, 3.5, bump yours up to like 3.75. Okay,
Mhm.
bump yours up just a tad bit, because if something happens in the economy where the rates start creeping up, hopefully you won't get caught in the rise and you're good where you are. All right. So I just wanted to say that, and say that's that.
Well, Daryl, what do you got going on this weekend?
Oh, I tell you, I got to get on the horn, start making some more phone calls,
Okay,
because I got to get my money.
that's it. And I'll be speaking on the Goddesses 3-day summit. So if you're looking to, especially ladies, since it's for women, check out my Facebook page or LinkedIn, and the link is there. Come join us.
Fantastic. So
That's
if they wanted to get in contact with you, Julie, how are they going to do it?
Oh, you can reach me through LinkedIn or Facebook, or my email is jpeterson@oldcapitallending.com, or the old-fashioned phone call, 972-833-2774. Thanks, Daryl.
Fantastic. And Alicia, with you out there in Phoenix, Arizona with KW Commercial, how could everyone get in contact with you?
Well, you can instant message me here on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Those are the only 3 that I'm monitoring.
How about Clubhouse? Daryl's on Clubhouse now.
I thought about that.
Well, you got to tell me a little. We have to talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
I need some more information about this Clubhouse.
I heard it was
Get on the
good, but I don't
Clubhouse.
have an alien device. I don't have a iPhone. I do have an iPad somewhere.
You can only
around
do it on iPhone, on Apple?
That's what I heard.
I didn't know
Can you
that.
do it on a different device?
Well, I'm
I'll
about
have
to
to
find
look it
out, because Julie sent me the link.
It's all where the
Awesome.
big kids are playing.
Uh-oh.
I've
Well,
You
heard.
better get in our sandbox. Daryl,
uh-oh.
how do we get a hold of you?
Well, you get a hold of me by either messaging me here, or you could DM me, or just ask me a question. I don't know. But you have many options. You can email me at murphybannettgroup.com. My
Right.
company is Murphy Bannett Financial Group.
Could you
But Murphy,
say that one more time, please?
sure. Daryl at murphybannettgroup.com.
Okay.
And every Tuesday is hot, everyone. Tuesday is
It
hot.
is.
We have lunch and grow with commercial multifamily. And that platform is about helping each other, networking, evaluating deals. We're there to work as a unit, one unit, not many units. So we're there to help you get across that table. And we go through Julie, and we go through our insurance guy, JT Lynch. So
JT, who's watching us?
Yeah.
Hey, JT.
And if you are in the Phoenix, Arizona area, you better get in contact with Alicia. I'm gonna tell you right now. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing. After you come see me at Tuesdays, Lunch and Grow with Commercial Multifamily at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you better head on over to the Zoom at 8. Because Zoom at 8 be blasted.
It's great. Zoom at 8 is great.
Zoom at 8 is great with Julianne Peterson at the helm. And I'm telling you, she be bringing some heavy stuff, y'all. So
I call it multi-family Tuesdays.
I'm telling
there you go. Perfect.
I'm telling you. So if you come to mine, come on now, go to hers, because from me, you're gonna get the education and everything. Then from her, you're gonna get more education and more networking. If you don't get across the finish line this quarter, something wrong.
All right, you guys.
Take it easy out there. Listen, Alicia, Julie, Alicia, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
And Julie, I'll see you
next Tuesday.
No, I'm gonna see you before then. Take it easy.
See you later.